Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another tier list video. Today, we are gonna rank our villains of Dimension 20. Now, this is a list that I found already on the tier list maker site, so we're gonna use that. I don't feel like they're all here at all. At some point, there were no add-ons. Basically, there are nothing of like Starstruck Odyssey, for example, or like Never After. I think, yeah, just like some seasons of the Intrepid Heroes on side quests are included here. Now, as you already can tell, I made here an extra category that is called Who You, because I looked through this list and I don't know everybody here. Like this dude here, I have no idea. These two probably, I mean, the first one definitely from Candia, or not Candia, but just from Caravan of Candy, but no idea who that is. The same with the banana guy. I don't remember him. Then here with the green background has to be Tiny Heist, but no idea who. Some insect from what's it called? It's Unsleeping City. I know that much, but I have no idea who. Again, these two know. To the mice people we will come to, I will have something to say to them. And the next two, I actually have no idea who or what that is supposed to be. The same goes for the next three here. I have no idea who they are. Actually, this guy here I have looked up. I tried a Google reverse image search, and yeah, from Fantasy High, like whispering something, and I'm like, Fantasy High? Really? I totally have no memory of you, dude. Then we have some more people from Crown of Candy, but just I think there were just people in the Terminant where Amifer got basically stabbed, but I don't remember that we ever got any more with them. I guess we did. And then the last three here, I have honestly also no idea. No idea what that is supposed to be or where it is even supposed to go. So if you know any of these people, please let me know down in the comments. I hope you also could tell me where they're from and what they did, and also where you would rank them. However, I don't think any of these are like the true big bads of the seasons. I don't think so, no. And speaking of ranking, let's go through our tiers. At the top we have Blimey. Then we have I Thought I Was Invisible. Then Chef Manhattan, Juicy Cockroach, and the Blood Crushers or the Red Grinders, whatever you prefer. Now, the villains can be a little bit tricky. How I'm going to do it is like Blimey means they are enjoyable for me. I like them as villains, and still could of course mean that they're really, really bad people. And well, the last tier, the Red Grinders down here, is just because I don't really enjoy you. Like basically, I wish you would not be in this story, kind of deal. This is different than with the what's it called, the Intrepid Heroes, where I kind of like all the Intrepid Heroes, and when I say I kind of like, I actually mean I like them a lot. I try not to let the shine through too much because everybody would think I'm crazy if I'm saying that I love them all, but I do. The same does not go for villains or NPCs. There are really some characters that I'm just like could do without, truly without. So at the end of the day, this is all subjective, and we are all here to have some fun, to enjoy ourselves, and let me know what you would rank those characters. And if I put your villain somewhere below that, then you would like, I'm sorry, but you can make your own tier list and show it and share it with us. I would love to see that. Now, I feel like to make this easier, I am actually gonna put this all the way up. Yes. Now, who this is on top of everything, but it makes it easier for you to see down here what is to come and for me to drag and drop it. First up, we have Sane Dark Shadow. I'm not gonna talk too much about all of these because there are a lot of them, but yeah, no, I like Sane and he came around. I'm gonna put him. Well, now that's the thing. Now, as a villain, I'm gonna just have to put him in Jeff Manhattan because he doesn't really do a lot as a villain, does he? And even as a friend later on, probably still Jeff Manhattan. Yeah. Now, however, we have Edine's sister, Aaron Epperman. I love her. She is great. She goes into Blimey. No, she is. I mean, even as a villain, yes, even as a villain, because think of season two, she escaped and basically made this mind fortress that Adine could help her with. And then Eden helps her, and still she runs away basically and tricks them once again. And normally I would be like, this is awful. I don't want to see or have to do anything with this. But then we get to the end, and she comes back around. And I love her. I love her truly as a villain, like as an antagonist, but somebody that we can save, somebody that we can root for in a way. And I love that. Now the next one is actually already the biggest villain of, I think, season 1 of Unsleeping City, right? Or is it season 2? It's the American Dream. I at least think that's what this is. Yeah, no, that's what it is. I just was not really feeling it. Now, the American Dream, of course, is not the problem. Is not with the dream itself. The whole problem is that the dream enters or leaves the dream world and tries to enter New York City, or like the real world, and then the dream ceases to be, because when you enter the real world, a dream becomes real, and the American dream is not supposed to have one form, one reality. It is supposed to stay in the dream world. So that is the whole problem that we have here. Now, I do not, however, have any. I'm just gonna put in Juicy Cockroach. He's just there. I'm not even feeling bad or mad about it. There was this whole thing where Brandon sends them out of the dome and they have to come back. Sometimes it works. I feel like this time it did not fully work for me. I'm gonna put the next one just there as well. This is, I feel like, the agent from what's it called, Fantasy High season 1 or season 2. There was somebody there on their heels annoying them. I think it's season 1, because season 2 didn't have art like that. Just like somebody who's like, you kids are doing too much destruction. I feel like she's the lady that basically got them and put them in jail because they killed Johnny Spells. Yeah, and then they got freed by the halfling with the Molotov cocktail. But yeah, nothing more to say about her. It is not. I don't even remember the name, and she didn't have a lot of impact because she didn't come back for any of the other season, even though we explicitly had like this Irakroko kind of guy who was hunting down Fig, and honestly, it could have been her as well. Now, when it comes to the parents of the Ebenans parents, Ebenans, I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna put them both in. I thought I was invisible. I do like them a lot as villains. Again, I despise these people. They're so awful. However, as villains, perfect. I just hatred, pure hatred. And yeah, I didn't feel at all bad that they died. They deserved it. Even though I'm not quite sure if both of them died. I feel like one of them, I feel like the mom is actually still around, somewhere in the Nightmare Forest, isn't she? Now we come to the romance partner. This is, of course, Baron from the Baronies. And yes, no. I was thinking about it is insane how there is just this one segment or this one scene where we fully were like, oh no, this is not somebody to be fucked with. And to this day, we don't know that much about Baron. They showed up. They did not use, or did they actually not fight them, which I find really interesting. Because in season 3, there was a moment where they basically go in this weird other plane, and I feel like Riz I don't know how Baron appears there. Like, if Baron is the one to pull them in, but I don't think that's happening. I think like it was just a happy accident. But even there, it is kind of like, Baron, what are you doing here, truly? And Baron talks about their Stark father a lot. And the Stark father might be the Demon King, or like the Nightmare King, I'm not sure. But I feel like there's something more to that. And I'm unnerved every time Baron turns up. And the final form that we got to see last time, which actually just got to see it, and the Intrepid Fearers did not fight it. They ran away, but that it just made it more tense, because it is kind of like the thing where it's like, no, we don't want to fight you. Now this little fella, I like him. He's also an insect from what's it called, from the Unsleeping City. I feel like it is the second fight in the first season where like all these bugs come into the city, brought in by Petey, and this guy is just trying to do his job. He's just basically a construction worker back and want to build new homes. And if you remember, there were a lot of funny dialogue scenes from him. And I also think that he gets somehow charmed or something. Then we have Biz. Now, Biz, he also was awful, or is awful. Like, he's the one who trapped all the girls in this, not in the mirrors, but in these palimpsests. Palimpsests? Is that what you call it? I think so. However, I did not really enjoy him. No, no, Base, you can go down here. I really did not enjoy you. Like again, these two up here, the parents are awful, and I hate them. But there was something in me that enjoyed hating them. I cannot really say what it is, but it's just kind of like, oh yes, yes, be awful. With Base, it was more like, I mean, he tricked us. First, he was like a nerdy dude and weird kind of guy, and then it turns out he is even weirder than you thought, like in a bad way and not in a sympathetic way. And then he just, I feel like he didn't have any remorse, as I remember. Yeah, no, you can stay down there. Now, this doesn't mean that I fully dislike him. I do think he should be in the story, but it is just kind of like, yeah, dude, I just know I'm not vibing with you. Now this one I might put. Yeah, this is from the Escape of Bloodkeep, and I'm gonna put it in Blimey. If I'm not mistaken, this is Death from Escape from the Bloodkeep, which is like the final fight. They are like down there, and this is the guy who is, or is it the boatsman? Like the guy who basically gets you across the river of the dead people to the underworld. And there is something really funny happening in the towards the ends of the fight where they're like, well, he is just kind of standing there. He's not really partaking in the fight. And the heroes or anti-heroes kind of like, we need your position. You need to be done. And he's like, what? And then this whole like fight happens with him where he of course loses, but it is so funny that he basically gets his job taken from him. And he's not really villainous at all. He's just doing there his job, you know? Now, this is now the mouse that I wanted to talk about, because up here we have also 3 mice. And basically, these are the policemen that come in Mice and Murder. I think that this is what this is happening. Otherwise, I have actually no idea where to put them, if not in Mice and Murder. But at the end of Mice and Murder, there is police coming, and as it turns out, haha, the police is not really the police, and these 4 idiots are basically doing that. And I only have one of them here because I don't even remember if they get distinguished that much by Brandon himself even. But if they are here, then Fletcher Cottonbottom also should be here, and it doesn't look like Fletcher Cottonbottom is here. So maybe these mice come from somewhere else. I don't know, but either way, these mice will just go down here. These are like the super basic standard villain tier. Like, yeah, no, looking at this, it kind of gets clearer. Like, Blimey is like villains that I truly love, like just love. Then we have villains that I do enjoy, and even though if they're awful, I enjoy them a lot. Then we have villains who I just find funny, like, oh, you. Then we have villains that are kind of like, I mean, I'm not even sure about you. And then we have the ones where it's like, oh, please go away. Yeah, and Biz is there. You know, with Biz, I'm just like, I don't even would wanna hang out with you in any circumstances. Like with the Eminence, I don't know. I feel like I would like to hear the gossip or just like play a fly in the wall when they tear other people to shreds. I don't want to be a fly on the wall when Biz is doing his creepy things with these girls. No, don't even want to be near that. Now we have Jungle Down Bim. Everybody, Jungle Down has his own special on Dropout, and it actually just aired this week. I'm gonna make a reaction to it, and so if you want to see that, subscribe. Then you also can see what they did at the Hollywood Bowl, I feel, in Los Angeles. They had a whole live scenario, and all that I know is that it is mostly about Jungle Down Bim and how he hunts down Fabian, and it is the cast of the Fantasy High. So I'm looking forward to watching that and making a reaction out of that. And again, if you want to see that, then subscribe, please. And Jungle Down, of course, gets Blimey What else would he get? He is fantastic. We love him. Okay, now we have Coach Daybreak. I'm gonna say as a villain, he was fine-ish, but not even. I mean, he had a lot of this religious thing going on, of course. Yeah, and he also was. I mean, he had like all these miners doing shit for him. Yeah, no, you also go down here, my friend. You are awful as well, and I could do without you in my life. And not saying that you shouldn't be in the story. Like I think at the beginning I said something like I could do with them out in the story, but looking at this right now, of course we need this and Daybreak in the story. Okay, okay, I get it. But I dislike Daybreak. Like he's just telling kids what to do and is a fanatic. No. And this one is the guy that becomes prom king, isn't he? And you will actually come in the tier of I could do without you. Like he didn't really add anything. And however, his girlfriend was this Penelope? Is she Penelope Everpetal? I'm not sure. But she goes in Chef Manhattan. She was fun. I could just kind of like it's kind of like this Mean Girls vibe. Even though, don't be shocked, I'm not the biggest fan of Mean Girls. Like it is a good movie, but it's not like I don't find it as iconic as other people do, I guess. But it is a good movie, okay? So and I enjoy it, and I enjoy her being this kind of this naughty, this kind of bitchy, well, high school girl, you know. Now, the next one is Don Confetti. Don Confetti comes in Choose the Cockroach. Nothing really. He did literally nothing, I feel like. I can do the same with Epona. Epona? No, she came down there in the train station and kind of was a double agent of some sort. But I don't even quite remember. So, yeah. Is also the category of people that I'm not quite sure what they did. Now we have, oh god, what's her name? Larice? I don't know, but the lunch lady. She was not really a villain, so it's difficult for me to put her in here. But I'm gonna put her. Yeah, no, I have to put her in Chef Manhattan because to put her higher, I feel like she is not villainous enough. And the same goes with the. This was the former guidance counselor, yes. However, he is not. He's not doing it for me. I don't feel like he was that big of a villain either. I mean, yeah, there was some problems because he got sacrificed and he didn't want to die, yada yada. But after that, eh. Okay, now we have Golden Rod, or Golden Horde. I'm gonna put him in. I thought was invisible. He is a really great villain, like textbooks villain. He was the first villain of our season, of the whole show, of the whole Dimension 20 universe, and he made a fantastic job, a fantastic first impression as the first villain. Like it was good to see that Brennan. I mean, of course, Brennan can do that. We know that now. But basically, the first season to be like, there it is. And I feel like he deserves this spot. And I always like to see him come back around. Well, not come back around in the sense of turning good, but he's the ship of the father of Fabian. So basically, to have him see there is a fun tidbit every time. Now the next one I think is somebody from. Is this? Oh God, I remembered his name, but it is from the Crown of Candy. But it doesn't really matter. He just goes into choosing cockroach. I feel like he was a foot soldier. Now the next one, however, we will put her right up here to Blimey because this is some of the funniest gags that I've ever seen. That is not intentional. That cannot be controlled, but it is just perfect. This is also from the Escape of a Bloodkeep, where this little halfling is basically this is Frodo, not Frodo. It is Samwise. This is basically the Samwise of the story. Yeah, for some reason, also Matt had really trouble to hit her. And she rolled well, he rolled bad, and it was really becoming this joke of he's supposed to be the second in command of the underworld, and he cannot beat this little halfling person that is also doing like quips at him, and all the other characters on the table are like, hey, what are you doing over there? Get this done. Like, we have already killed our foes. What you doing over there? And it kept happening and happening time and time again, and it's just so funny to me. Like, this is, again, she's actually not the villain, she's actually the hero, but Bloodkeep does, of course, switch sides. So like we switch our viewpoint, so that good guys become the villains for our people. And yeah, it's great. It's great. Now the next two are also from the Bloodkeep, but I don't really remember them. Like they were just some guys that were like guarding the door. I feel like, yeah. And who is he? Okay, honestly, I have no idea who this guy is. I overlooked him before. Just a suit, probably Unsleeping City, but I have no idea who it is supposed to be. I'm sorry. Also from the Unsleeping City, this is Inferno, Infriero, I don't know, but this is basically the girl that stole Mr. Lee from Sophia Lee. And we didn't get a lot from her, but I really enjoyed her, so I almost want to put her up here. I don't know, like something in my memory just tells me that I really enjoyed her attitude. She gets taken out really quickly. I feel like we have maybe 3 or 4 scenes with her, but nevertheless, I remember that I enjoyed her. Like she's just so bitchy to Sophia. Now the next one is Johnny Sprouse, and that one I'm just gonna put here right in the middle. He's totally fine, and one like our first somewhat villain. He's doing a good job for that, and never, however, was we very scared of him. It was more funny to see what he was up to and how he didn't fuck, you know. Now we are here. Now we are here. I don't even know, like, we will talk about the rest, of course, and the things that we have already done. Hands down, Kalina comes to Blimey in the first spot. She is the best villain that we ever had in Dimension 20. Maybe even the best villain that Brennan in general has ever done. I don't know his whole DM life, but the way that Kalina is just set up, the whole mystery around her, the way that she truly acts and speaks, the unknowingness of it all. This is just a masterclass in writing a great villain. And it was not a lack of trying from our intrepid heroes, from the bad kids. They tried to get her time and time again, and she was just better than them. She just simply was. I mean, of course, at the end she kind of loses, but does she? Does she? Because, as we find out, of course, she is the pet or like the familiar of a goddess. And this is, oh god, Cassandra, of course, yes, Cassandra. And then in season 3, Kalina. She, in season 3, doesn't really do anything. She's just there. But she's so threatening and so menacing. Just her little interaction with Christian is just like, no, you're still not good. Like, you should be good because we freed your goddess and now she's back to normal and kind of more healthy. Well, kind of healthy. But you shouldn't be still look at the bad kids and be like, look at them with hunger in her eyes, basically like, oh, this is a toy that I can play with. This is the next mouse I'm gonna catch. And no, Kalina, that's not how you should look at us. But you should, because you're perfect. She is perfect. Also, besides all of that, I love her connection just to Reese's family as well. And yeah, it just feels like simultaneously personal and also otherworldly. Like, oh no, this is the kind of things that shake up the world, villain. But she also can shake up our lives, like our personal lives. And I just love it. Now maybe a little lightning round. We have all of these ones also from Escape from the Blackkeep, I think. They are like the hero troop, except this one. This one is the big bad guy. However, I'm just gonna put him down here. Like this is basically their boss of our group, and he's just there for the beginning, and then he's gone. So I don't feel like we get any quality time. And the same goes from the other twos here. Like these two, I think this is the brother of the Sky Pirate, and this is like a holy knight or something. Or like knight. She's not a knight, she's like a dwarf and paladin. However, who will get a higher voting or rating is definitely this guy here. To put him in Jeff Manhattan, this is the husband or ex-husband of our Oracle in not Dungeons and Dragons, in Escape from the Blackkeep. And he is insufferable. He is so insufferable. Like, and everybody around is like, can we just kill him? And she's like, no, he's my husband or my ex-husband. And basically, it is just this weird thing where he does what he's told, no matter it doesn't matter who tells him, and but everybody's just had enough of him. And I feel like this last one, the angel, also from Escape from the Blood Keep. But again, this is just basically the troops of heroes that will take down our enemies. And in this case, again, it's switched. Ooh, now we have the carrot. I forgot his name actually, but he was pretty solid. I liked him. Or should I put him down here? No, no, he had a lot of impact. No, he deserves to be there. He killed Peppermint, and he killed Preston Peppermint, or Preston the pig. I don't know. And I think he also killed Lepan. Yeah, no, he definitely should be up there. I forgot about all of that. And then we also had the great scene with him and Lepan in the, not in the cage, in the jail cells. Now, the next one, however, is. I don't even remember her name. I'm gonna put her in Chef Manhattan. I enjoyed her in the sense in the beginning. She was like a really she had a lot of emotions behind her. However, then she turns evil, and we never get to a conclusion with her. I like the beginning, but then at the end, in the final battle, she just dies, and it's kind of like, why did you do all of that, girl? Why did you switch sides, basically? Probably to stay in power, but yeah. However, who also gets into I thought I was invisible is the cheese with these crazy pants. And yeah, that was probably, was it the biggest betrayal of the season? I think so. I think so. Because this is, we have like some shocking moments, and then we have the whole thing in the cathedral, which also could be seen as a betrayal of sorts, but this one, this is a betrayal because we were not expecting him to turn on us. Like in the church, it was kind of like, okay, something is going on. Now, the next two down here, there are the parents of Christian, and I honestly don't know. It kind of goes the same as Mr. Gibbons here. Maybe I just will put them up there. I mean, they're not good people. They're not necessarily good parents, but they did not, I think, actively fight the bad kids or fight in general. I don't feel like we ever heard them fighting. And it doesn't also was not that they were like in the background doing devious things. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna put you up here to who you, because I don't feel like you truly villains. Maybe I'm wrong. Like let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm forgetting something. Like they're awful parents. Don't get me wrong, but not villains. I would say we will make. I think we will make a parents ranking as well at some point. Like who has or who are the best parents and who are the worst parents in Dimension 20 history. The same goes for this next guy. He is the brother of Sophia Lee, and he also was just kind of like, I think he did something for the villain, but not knowing that how truly bad. No, he did things for Dom Confetti, for the ferry, for this little fella here, but not really. We never got anything in detail, I think, or maybe it was just moving drugs or something. I don't know, but it was truly nothing. I mean, I could put him down here, but no, I truly don't even think of him as a villain. Just like as a dude that kind of lost control of his life. Tiny Hive. I just know this guy, I think, like is the main bad that we're gonna steal from, and this is, I think, their bodyguard. However, I have no memories of them further than that. Fully. Like, not even, I'm not even joking. So I guess I will put them here. Because I don't have anywhere else to put you, really. Now we come to the, I think it's the Pontifex, yeah, of Crown of Candy. And she was great. She's really somebody from the very beginning, first time meeting her. I feel like even we heard beforehand about her. I don't like with her. I like it a lot, but I don't want to be around her at all. I think I'm scared for everybody that is near her. I'm just kind of like, let's leave this room, this building, this city, let's get as far away from her as possible. Please. Ooh, and now maybe, I don't know if maybe I get hate for this, but this girlie right here, I will put down here because butt crushers. She is the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, or they are, I don't even know what the pronouns of these characters is. Um, PD the Plug, and did this whole art expo thing, and it did not really sit right with me the way that they treated PD, and it just no, I truly despicable behavior, and this is the kind of person that also could walk around in our world. It basically is, of course, New York City, but this kind of like the three down here. I feel like I could be actual real life villains. Like people in our world, and maybe that is the category down here where it's just too close to home in a way to me, where I'm just, no, I truly do want nothing to have to do with you. Okay, next up we have Rock, I think, yes. Ooh, I will put him in Jeff Manhattan. Because as a villain, he did, like he's kind of pretty much where Zane is. Even though he does get more of a role later on, and on the good side, on our side. However, in this villain category, I'm not really feeling him. Maybe we'll also do a tier list at some point where we will talk about all the companions, or like in general the PCs of Dimension 20. So there we will have a different discussion about him. But right now, in the villain discussion, no. Then we have the Red King from the sewers. I'm just gonna put it in there. Or should I? Well, no, there was some funny things. Like the rats were summoning and they were talking and speaking after cheese, and there were like some funny interactions between the rats and Kagrash, of course, between the mice, I don't even remember. Maybe I would put him in Jeff Manhattan. But it's just truly one fight and nothing more. But yeah, no, it is fine. Just fight him, and then he will be gone. Now the next one is from not Unsleeping City. No, it is Unsleeping City. And what I was about to say Never After. Um, mm, I'm not sure. He's oh god, what's his name? He's the first villain that basically makes the American dream come into the real world. Moses is his name, exactly, or his surname. And yeah, he's fine. Like, I mean, it's just corruption and everything. But he was fine. He was fine. Do we put him here? Or he is a true villain, but somehow not really doing that much for me. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, let's put him there. Now the next one, the avocado guy. I'm gonna be honest. This is also not a villain, is he? I don't think he ever. Quite the opposite. He helped our people. So I don't know if I should put him anywhere in this list or also put him up there. I'm gonna not put him in this list because I don't think he was a villain. He is actually more an ally than anything. He's awful, but yeah. If he was a villain, then I would put him here, probably, because he's just so non-consequential. But I'm gonna put him up here because I don't feel like he's truly a villain at all. Ooh, now we have the Nightmare King. Is the Nightmare King... I mean, he's formidable, but we never ever had like a real interaction. It just seemed like big ominous threat, but not so ominous because no, we have the whole Forest of the Nightmare King, and that basically was done by the Nightmare King. So he is interacting with our heroes, but just not speaking to them basically. But I don't feel like I want to put him in Blimey. There's something holding me back. Like Blimey has a weird character thing where it is also funny, except Kalina, because Kalina is just that bitch, and everybody else up here has some fun to them. But the Nightmare King, I wouldn't put up there. No, maybe I feel like it doesn't fit down here that well. It feels better when it is Blimey. Like compared to the rest, no, the Nightmare King also goes in Blimey. Now we come to four really funny dudes. These are from the Bloodkeep episodes as well, and they are basically the entourage of Matt's character. I don't know what he's called again. and they are gay. They're full on gay, and I don't mean that in a just the way that they are concerned maybe about their looks in a way, or like the image that they have, and the interior design. Like these are kind of the things that these evil lords are talking about. It feels like in their spare time, and I just love everything about that. However, though, they do not play such a big role overall. So the question is, I mean, definitely Jeff Manhattan. Definitely Jeff Manhattan. I do enjoy them a lot. However, they're a little too less villainy to be up here. No, they are full on villains though. They just talk weirdly about it. So I think I'm gonna put them there. Yeah, no, I just realized how much I love the Escape from the Bloodkeep once again. It is such a great show, like season. If you have not seen it, go watch it. And in general, like before Dungeons and Drag Queens came out, I would say that would be a good introduction point also. By now I would say Dungeons and Drag Queens, but before that I would say watch Escape from the Blackkeep, because it will give you a lot of joy, and you will see what Dimension 20 is and in general what D&D is about. Yeah. Now the next one is Titania, I think, or yeah, I think it's Titania from the Fairy Queens, Unsleeping City. She was fine, but well, no, we had like the first meeting with her over the mirror. Yeah, but she just. I'm gonna put her in Juicy Cockroach. Oh, she would not like that. She would not like that. But she had like little to no impact to the story, I feel like. And it was like really concentrated around Misty, and I liked that, of course. However, it felt also disconnected from the rest of the story. And she was not as, I don't know, she was not as elegant or like as fairy queenish that I personally would have liked. So yeah. Okay, then we have the skater girl, who is not a halfling, she's a dwarf. And I also will put her just here. Not really that interested in her. I'm gonna be honest. She was around for like one battle and then like two or three side scenes, but nothing truly more than that. So she's also not truly a villain. But honestly, even if would be an NPC list, I don't think she would be hired. I'm sorry. Now, last but definitely not least, we have, well, Fabian's, or well, the Seacaster in general's enemy and nemesis. And but he's not gonna go in blimey, but he definitely is up there in I Thought I Was Invisible. He is intimidating AF. Like if Kalina wouldn't be around, he would be the most threatening thing in that season. And yeah, no, he definitely, it was no joke to encounter him. But it was fun to see Fabian lose his mind, to see Lou Wilson lose his mind. And always, what I forgot about this is this was live streamed. They could not tell Lou, stop, no, we need to do this different. No, Lou was full on aware that nobody can fully stop him with what he's about to do. And Fabian is one of the most beloved characters of the series, and to basically kill him, and yeah, that is just an aspect that I always forget, that this was not edited and they could not edit around it, and that what they played on the table is what we got. I love that. So I have put the Who Are You back down, and yeah, this is our list right now for the villains. Again, it feels like somebody made this list. Thank you, but they stopped at some season at some point. I cannot really truly tell, but it feels like only like the first 5 or 6 seasons are here, maybe 7. But I feel like there are a lot of great villains missing here, and I'm definitely gonna make another list. Probably I have to set it up myself, but no problem there. And yeah, so please subscribe to see that and leave a like and a comment. It helps me out a lot. Tell me what way you would have put these villains in here. And do you agree that Kalina is probably the best one? Do you agree? Do you? Please let me know down in the comments. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll see us next time. Bye!